Admiral Jack Morrison stood on the bridge of the space station Luna base. He looked out at the stars through the big window. The coffee in his hand was getting cold, but he did not care. Something was wrong today. The alarm started to ring. Red. Lights flashed all around the station. Lieutenant Dan Cooper ran up to him with a tablet in his hands. "Sir, we have a problem," Dan said. His face was white with fear. "Something big just came out of space near Jupiter." Jack put down his coffee cup. "Show me." The big screen on the wall turned on. Jack saw something that made his heart stop. Ships. Huge ships that looked like they were made of glass and crystal. They were 10 times bigger than any human ship. There were hundreds of them. "How many?" Jack asked. "We count 400 ships, sir," said Captain Lisa Hayes. She was the captain of the human warship USS Defiant. "They are moving toward Earth." Dr. Alan Carter came running into the room. He was a scientist who studied space. His glasses were crooked and his hair was messy. "Admiral, this is first contact," Alan said. "These are alien ships, real aliens." Jack felt his stomach turn. Humans had always wondered if aliens were real. Now they knew. And the aliens had very big ships. "Any messages from them?" Jack asked. Commander Rick Davis was sitting at the radio desk. He had headphones on his ears. He looked up at Jack with worried eyes. "Yes, sir. They are sending us something, now." The big screen changed. A face appeared. It was not human. The alien had blue skin and big yellow eyes. It had no hair and its head was shaped like an egg. When it talked, its voice was cold and mean. "People of Earth," the alien said. "I am Commander Velthar of the Zephyrian Empire. We are your new masters." Jack felt angry. No one called humans slaves. "We have come to bring peace to your world," Velthar said. "You will give us all your weapons. You will stop fighting each other. We will teach you how to live the right way." Captain Lisa made a sound like she was going to be sick. "The right way?" The alien kept talking. "We have done this for many worlds. All smart people agree to our help. Fighting is wrong. War is wrong. We will save you from yourselves." Dr. Allen was writing notes very fast. "Admiral, they think we are primitive. They think we are stupid." "You have 72 hours, Velthar said. "Send your leaders to talk with us. Bring no weapons. If you say no to us, we will make you say yes." The screen went black. The room was very quiet. Jack could hear people breathing. He could hear the hum of the computers. Outside the window, Earth looked very small and blue. "Sir," Lisa said. "What do we do?" Jack walked to the window. He put his hands behind his back. He thought about his daughter on Earth. He thought about all the people who were sleeping and working and living their lives. They did not know that aliens wanted to control them. "Rick, get me the president," Jack said. "Get me all the military leaders too. We need to talk." "Yes, sir." "Dan, I want to know everything about those ships. How fast they move. What weapons they have. Everything." "Already working on it, sir." Jack turned to Dr. Allen. "Doctor, what do you think? Are they telling the truth about other worlds?" Allen cleaned his glasses with a shaky hand. "I think so, Admiral. The way they talk, they have done this before. Many times. And the other world said yes? I think they had no choice." Captain Lisa stepped forward. "Admiral, our ships are much smaller. Our weapons are old compared to theirs. Maybe we should..." "Should what?" Jack asked. "Maybe we should listen to them." Jack was quiet for a long time. He watched Earth turn slowly in space. The blue oceans and white clouds looked peaceful, but Jack knew that Earth was not peaceful. Humans fought wars. Humans had always fought wars. It was what made them strong. "Lisa," Jack said, "how many human warships do we have? In the whole solar system?" "About 200, sir." 200 against 400, and their ships are bigger." "Yes, sir." Jack smiled. It was not a happy smile. It was the smile of a man who was ready to fight. "Rick, when you call the president, tell him something for me." "What should I tell him, sir?" "Tell him that Admiral Jack Morrison says these aliens picked the wrong species to mess with." The room was quiet again. Then Captain Lisa started to smile too. Commander Rick was grinning. Even Dr. Allen looked less scared. "You want to fight them?" Lisa asked. "I want to show them something," Jack said. "These aliens think they know about war. They think they have seen fighting, but they have never met humans before." Dan looked up from his computer. "Admiral, I have some information about their ships." "Tell me." "They are very advanced, sir, but they look like they are made for fighting other aliens. Energy weapons, force, fields, very pretty and clean." "And our ships?" "Our ships are made for fighting humans, sir. Missiles, railguns, nuclear bombs, things that blow up and make holes." Jack nodded. "Different kinds of war." "Yes, sir." The alarm stopped ringing. The red lights went off. But everyone knew that the danger was just starting. Jack looked at his team. These were good people, smart people, brave people. They were humans. "We have 72 hours, Jack said. "Let us make them count." Outside the window, the alien ships were getting closer to Earth. They moved in neat lines, like they were in a parade. They were sure that humans would give up without a fight. They were wrong. Admiral Jack Morrison was going to show them how wrong they were. Ambassador Helen Brooks sat in the big meeting room in Washington, D.C. The table was made of dark wood and was very long. Around it sat the most important people on Earth. The president was there. So were generals and admirals and scientists. Everyone looked scared except Helen. She had been talking to aliens and foreign leaders for 20 years. But these aliens were different. These aliens had big ships and wanted to control Earth. "The alien ship is coming down now," said General Pete Collins. He was in charge of protecting Earth. His uniform had many medals on it. "They want to land at Andrews Air Force Base." Helen nodded. "How many aliens are coming?" "Just one. He says his name is Kethavar. He is some kind of ambassador like you." The president looked tired. He had not slept in 2 days. "Helen, I need you to find out what they really want, and I need you to make them think we are weak." "Weak, sir?" Admiral Morrison spoke from the big screen on the wall. He was still on Luna Base. "Helen, we need time to get ready. If these aliens think we are easy to beat, maybe they will not be careful." Helen understood. "You want me to lie to them?" "I want you to act scared," the president said. "Make them think we will give up our weapons. Make them think we are not brave." "But sir, what if they are telling the truth? What if they really want to help us?" General Collins laughed, but it was not a happy laugh. "Helen, I have been a soldier for 30 years. Nobody brings 400 warships to help people. They bring warships to fight." Captain Ryan Walsh was also on the screen. He was the captain of the USS Thunderbolt. "Ma'am, we intercepted some of their radio signals. They were talking to each other about how easy this will be." "What did they say?" "They said humans are just like the other primitive species they conquered. They said we will cry and beg them not to hurt us." Helen felt angry. She did not like being called primitive. But she was a diplomat. She knew how to control her feelings. "I will meet with this Kethavar," she said. "I will make him think we are afraid." 2 hours later, Helen stood on the runway at Andrews Air Force Base. The alien ship was coming down from the sky. It made no noise. It looked like a giant piece of blue glass. When it landed, the ground did not shake at all. A door opened in the side of the ship. Light came out, but it was not normal light. It was purple and made Helen's eyes hurt. The alien walked out. He was taller than any human. His skin was blue like the ocean. His eyes were big and yellow like a cat's eyes. He wore clothes that looked like they were made of silver metal. "I am Kethavar," the alien said. His voice was very deep. "You are the leader of this world?" Helen tried to look small and scared. "No, sir. I am just an ambassador. I speak for our leaders. They are too afraid to come themselves." Kethavar smiled. His teeth were white and sharp. "Good. Fear is wise. You understand that we are stronger than you?" They walked into a building. Soldiers were everywhere, but Helen had told them to look nervous. Some of them were shaking. Some of them dropped their guns. Helen was proud of how good they were at acting. In the meeting room, Kethvar sat down in a big chair. He was so tall that his head was higher than everyone else. "Let me show you something," Kethvar said. He pressed a button on his wrist. The air above the table began to glow. Pictures appeared in the light. "This is Kepler 442b, Kethvar said. The picture showed a planet with green oceans and red land. The people there had weapons like yours. They thought they could fight us." The picture changed. Now the planet looked dead. The oceans were black, the cities were broken. "It took us 1 day to make them surrender," Kethvar said. "Now they are peaceful. They do not fight anymore. They grow food for the Empire." Helen made herself look more scared. You killed them all?" "We killed the ones who would not." "Listen. The smart ones are still alive. They are happy now." Kethvar showed more pictures. Planets with different colored skies. Cities that looked like they were made of coral. People who looked like big insects. All of them looked sad and empty. 47 worlds, Kethvar said. All peaceful now. All part of the Empire. "How do you do it?" Helen asked. She tried to sound amazed instead of angry. "Our ships have plasma cannons," Kethvar said. "They can burn through any metal. Our shields can stop any weapon. And we have something else." "What?" Kethvar smiled his sharp smile again. "We have experience. We know how primitive species think. You will try to be brave at first. Then you will realize you cannot win. Then you will beg us to be kind to you." Helen nodded like she was very impressed. "Our leaders want to know what you want from us. Simple, give us all your weapons, close all your military bases. Your soldiers will become farmers and builders. We will choose your leaders for you. And if we say no, then your planet will look like the pictures I showed you." Lieutenant Maya Johnson was sitting in the corner of the room. She was an intelligence officer, but she was dressed like a secretary. She was writing down everything Kethvar said. After the meeting, Kethvar went back to his ship. Helen and Maya drove to a secret building outside the city. Admiral Morrison was waiting for them on a video call. So were all the other military leaders. "What did you learn?" Admiral Morrison asked. "He is very confident," Helen said. "He thinks we are just like all the other species they conquered." "Are we?" asked General Collins. Maya spoke up. "Sir, I noticed something. All the planets in his pictures look the same. Pretty cities, clean farms, no factories, no military bases. So I think all the species they conquered were peaceful to begin with. They were not warlike." Admiral Morrison was quiet for a moment. Then he started to smile. "Maya, that is very good thinking." "Thank you, sir." "Helen, what else did he tell?" He said their weapons are plasma cannons and energy shields. Very advanced. But sir, I do not think they know about kinetic weapons." "Explain." "When I mentioned our missiles and bullets, he looked confused. Like he had never heard of such things." Captain Walsh laughed. "They fight clean wars. Energy against energy. Shield against shield. And we fight dirty wars," said Admiral Morrison. "Explosions and metal flying through space." Helen felt better now. The aliens were strong, but they did not understand humans. They thought all intelligent species were like them. Polite, peaceful, predictable. They were wrong. "Admiral," Helen said, "how much time do you need?" "Give me 2 more days to move our ships into position. Make Kethvar think we are getting ready to surrender." "I can do that." The next morning, Helen met with Kethvar again. This time she brought the president with her. She had told the president to act weak and frightened. "Great, Kethvar," the president said. His voice shook like he was very scared. "We have decided to accept your guidance." Kethvar looked very pleased. "Wise choice. You will be much happier as part of the Empire." "But our people are afraid," Helen said. "Some of our military leaders want to fight. They do not understand how powerful you are." "Fools," Kethvar said. "Do they want to die?" No, sir, but they are proud. Could you show them your power, maybe destroy an empty moon or something to prove that resistance is hopeless? Kethvar thought about this. That is reasonable. Yes, we will demonstrate our superiority. Then even your most stubborn warriors will see the truth. Helen and the president looked at each other. They were both thinking the same thing. The aliens were about to make a big mistake. Captain Steve Rogers stood on the bridge of the USS Vengeance. His ship was hiding behind one of Saturn's moons. The ship was running on minimal power so the aliens could not see them on their sensors. Steve looked at his watch. In 6 hours, the deadline would be over. The aliens expected all human ships to surrender. They expected human leaders to come begging for mercy. They were going to be very surprised. "Captain," said Commander Nina Parker. She was his tactical officer. "All ships are in position. Operation Sledgehammer is ready." Steve nodded. For 3 days, human ships had been moving through the solar system. But they were not running away, like the aliens thought. They were getting into attack positions. The aliens thought human ships were primitive and slow. They were right about primitive, but wrong about slow. Human ships could move very fast when they needed to. "Any word from Admiral Morrison?" Steve asked. "Yes, sir. He says to wait for his signal. When we hear Earth sends its regards, we start the attack." Chief Engineer Tony Stark was working at his computer station. He was the smartest engineer in the fleet. He designed most of the weapons they were going to use today. "Captain, all weapons are loaded and ready," Tony said. "Nuclear torpedoes are armed. Railguns are charged. Missile tubes are full." "How do you think our weapons will work against their ships?" Steve asked. Tony smiled. "Sir, their ships are made for fighting energy weapons, plasma cannons and laser beams. Their hulls are designed to absorb and deflect energy. And our weapons? Our weapons do not use energy, sir. They use mass and velocity, big chunks of metal moving very fast. Nuclear explosions, things that physically break stuff." Colonel Sam Wilson was also on the bridge. He commanded the Marine forces on the ship. "Tony, explain it like I am 5 years old." "Okay, Sam. Imagine their ships are like mirrors, very good at stopping light, beams. But what happens when you throw a rock at a mirror? It breaks." Exactly. Steve felt good about their chances. The aliens had better technology, but humans had something else. Humans had experience fighting other humans. And humans were very good at finding new ways to kill things. On the main screen, they could see the alien fleet. The ships were moving toward Earth in a neat formation. They looked beautiful and scary at the same time, like deadly pieces of art. "Sir," said Lieutenant Dan Cooper. He was monitoring alien communications. "They are broadcasting to their home fleet. Kethvar is telling them that humans have agreed to surrender." "What are they saying back?" "They are congratulating him on another easy victory. They are talking about which ships will be left to guard Earth and which ships will go conquer the next planet." Steve felt anger in his chest. These aliens thought humans were just another species to collect. They thought Earth was just another planet to add to their empire. "Dan, are you recording all their communications?" "Yes, sir. Every word." "Good. I want to know where their home planets are when this is over." The bridge was quiet for a moment. Everyone knew what Steve meant. This fight was not going to end with just defending Earth. "Captain," Nina said, "I have a tactical analysis of their formation." "Show me." The screen changed to show a diagram of the alien fleet. The ships were spread out in a loose line. Each ship was about 1,000 kilometers from the next one. "They are not expecting a fight," Nina said. "Look at how spread out they are. No overlapping fields of fire, no defensive formations. They think they are too advanced to be hurt by primitive humans," Steve said. "Yes, sir. And that gives us an advantage." Steve looked at his crew. These were good people. They had trained for years to fight in space. Most of them had fought in the Mars colony wars 5 years ago. They knew how to stay calm in battle. "All right, everyone listen up," Steve said. "In a few hours we are going to do something that has never been done before. We are going to fight aliens." The crew turned to look at him. These aliens think they know everything about war. They have conquered 47 worlds, but they have never fought humans before. Steve walked to the center of the bridge. Humans have been fighting wars for thousands of years. We fought with sticks and stones. We fought with swords and guns. We fought with airplanes and tanks, and now we fight with spaceships. Tony nodded. We are very good at it. These aliens fight clean wars, Steve continued. Pretty energy beams, polite surrender ceremonies. They think war is like a chess game with rules. And human wars? Asked Sam. Human wars are like bar fights. No rules. Use whatever you can find. Hit them where it hurts. Lieutenant Dan suddenly sat up straight. Captain, I am getting a signal from Admiral Morrison. Put it on speakers. Admiral Morrison's voice filled the bridge. All ships, this is Admiral Morrison. The deadline is in 30 minutes. The aliens are demanding our final answer. Steve and his crew waited. I have a message for the alien fleet. The Admiral continued. Tell them that humanity chooses to remain free. And tell them one more thing. Steve smiled. He knew what was coming. Earth sends its regards. Alarms started ringing all over the ship. Red lights flashed. The crew ran to their battle stations. This is it, Steve said. Nina, target the alien ship closest to us. Load nuclear torpedoes in tubes 1 through 6. Torpedoes loaded, sir. Tony, charge the railguns, full power. Railguns charged and ready, sir. Sam, get your Marines ready for boarding actions. Marines are locked and loaded, sir. Steve sat down in his captain's chair. He fastened his safety harness. Around him, his crew was doing the same thing. On the screen, the alien fleet was still moving toward Earth. They had no idea what was about to happen. Sir? Dan said. The aliens are broadcasting again. They want to know what Admiral Morrison meant by Earth sends its regards. They are about to find out, Steve said. Nina, fire torpedo spread 1 through 6. Tony, fire railguns at will. Firing. Torpedoes. 6 bright lights shot out from the USS Vengeance. They moved very fast toward the closest alien ship. At the same time, the railguns fired. Chunks of metal moving at incredible speed streaked across space. Time to impact, 15 seconds, Nina said. Steve watched the screen. The alien ship was starting to turn. They had detected the incoming weapons. They are raising shields, Tony said. Will their shields stop our weapons? We are about to find out, sir. On the screen, they could see energy fields forming around the alien ship. The shields glowed bright blue. The railgun rounds hit first. The metal chunks slammed into the shields at enormous speed. The shields held for a moment. Then they flickered and failed. Shields are down, Nina said. 3 seconds later, the nuclear torpedoes hit. The alien ship exploded in a ball of white fire. Pieces of crystal hull flew in all directions. The beautiful ship was gone. For a moment, nobody on the bridge said anything. They had just destroyed an alien starship. It worked. Then Steve started to smile. 1 down. 399 to go. All around the solar system, other human ships were doing the same thing. The battle for Earth had begun, and the aliens were about to learn that humans were not like any species they had ever conquered. Admiral Jack Morrison watched the battle from Luna Base. The big screen showed the whole solar system. Green dots were human ships. Red dots were alien ships. The red dots were disappearing very fast. Admiral, said Captain Lisa Hayes. Her ship, the USS Defiant, was in the middle of the fighting. We just destroyed 3 more alien vessels. Their shields cannot stop our kinetic weapons. Jack smiled. How are they reacting? Sir, they are panicking. We intercepted their communications. They are screaming at each other in their alien language. Commander Rick Davis was listening to alien radio signals. He had a big smile on his face. Admiral, you need to hear this. Dr. Carter translated some of their messages. Dr. Alan Carter was sitting at a computer. His hair was even messier than before, but his eyes were bright with excitement. Admiral, the aliens are terrified, Alan said. They keep saying things like impossible and this should not work, and how are they hurting us? What else? They are asking their command ship for new orders. They want to know how to fight kinetic weapons, Jack laughed. Do they have an answer? No, sir. Their commanders are just as confused as everyone else. On the screen, Jack could see the alien fleet trying to reorganize. They were pulling their ships closer together. They were forming defensive circles. They are learning, Jack said. But they are learning too slow. Lieutenant Dan Cooper was coordinating the human attack. Admiral, Captain Rogers reports that his squadron has destroyed 12 alien ships. Captain Walsh has destroyed 8. All human ships are still operational. Casualties? Minor damage to 3 ships, no casualties yet. Jack felt proud of his people. Human ships were smaller and older than alien ships, but human crews were better at fighting. Sir, Lisa said over the radio, the aliens are trying something new. They are firing their plasma weapons at longer range. Are they hitting anything? No, sir. Our ships are too fast and too small. It is like trying to shoot a mosquito with a cannon. Jack watched as bright purple beams shot across space. The alien weapons were very powerful, but they were designed to fight big, slow ships. Human ships were small and quick. Dan, tell all ships to execute attack pattern Delta. Yes, sir. Attack pattern Delta was Jack's favorite tactic. Human ships would approach the aliens from different directions at the same time. The aliens could not shoot at all of them. On the screen, Jack watched green dots moving toward red dots. The human ships moved like a pack of wolves hunting a herd of cattle. This is Captain Steve Rogers, came a voice over the radio. We are beginning our attack run on the alien command ship. The alien command ship was bigger than all the others. It was shaped like a crystal pyramid and was 3 kilometers long. Be careful, Steve, Jack said. That ship probably has better weapons. Understood, Admiral. We will hit it with everything we have. Jack watched as 6 human ships moved toward the alien command ship. The alien ship was shooting purple beams in all directions, but the human ships were too fast. Firing nuclear torpedoes, Steve said. Bright light streaked toward the alien command ship. At the same time, railgun rounds and missiles followed behind them. The command ship's shields were much stronger than the other ships. They held for several seconds as the weapons hit, but human weapons kept coming. More torpedoes, more railgun rounds, more missiles. The shields flickered, then they failed. The nuclear torpedoes hit the crystal hull. Explosions tore through the beautiful ship. Pieces of it spun away into space. Direct hit, Steve reported. The command ship is heavily damaged but still operational. Sir, Rick said, we are picking up a transmission from the damaged command ship. Put it on speaker. A voice filled the command center. It was speaking in the alien language, but it sounded desperate and afraid. Dr. Carter, what is it saying? Jack asked. Alan was typing very fast on his computer. Sir, it is Commander Velthar. He is calling for help. He is saying that the humans have impossible weapons. What else? He is asking permission to retreat. Jack felt a cold satisfaction. These aliens had come to conquer Earth. They had threatened to destroy human civilization. Now they were asking to run away. What is their command telling them? Alan listened for a moment. Sir, their leaders are telling them that retreat is not allowed. They are ordering the fleet to continue the attack. Even though they are losing? Yes, sir. But, Admiral, I do not think the alien crews want to obey that order. On the screen, Jack could see the alien fleet was starting to break apart. Some ships were moving away from Earth. Others were still trying to fight. The neat formation was gone. Sir, Lisa said. The aliens are fighting each other now. Some ships are trying to retreat, but others are trying to stop them. Jack raised his eyebrows. They are shooting at each other? Yes, sir. Civil war in the alien fleet. This was better than Jack had hoped. Not only were humans winning the battle, but the alien fleet was destroying itself. Dan, tell all ships to focus on the aliens that are still fighting. Let the ones who want to run get away. Sir, should we not try to capture some of them? Later. Right now, I want word to get back to their empire. I want them to know what happened here. Lieutenant Dan Cooper was watching his tactical display. "Admiral, we have destroyed 80% of the alien fleet. The remaining ships are retreating toward the edge of the solar system." "Let them go." "Sir, why?" Jack turned to look at his team. They were all watching him with curious faces. "Because," Jack said, "I want those aliens to go home and tell their leaders what they learned here." "What did they learn, sir?" asked Dr. Carter. "They learned that humans are not like other species. They learned that Earth is not an easy target. And most importantly, they learned that their empire is not as strong as they thought." Rick was still listening to alien communications. "Admiral, the retreating ships are broadcasting to their home fleet. They are reporting the battle results." "What are they saying?" "They are saying that humans have unknown weapons that can destroy Zephyrian ships. They are saying that human tactics are unlike anything they have encountered before." Jack nodded. "Good. What else?" "Sir, they are also saying that humans fight like— I think the translation is demons or monsters." Dr. Carter looked up from his computer. "Admiral, that is very interesting. In their culture, demons are mythical creatures that cannot be reasoned with or controlled. So they think we are monsters?" "Yes, sir. And they are afraid of monsters." Jack looked out the window at Earth. The blue planet looked peaceful in the sunlight. But Jack knew that Earth was not really peaceful. Earth was the home of a species that had spent thousands of years perfecting the art of war. "Sir," Lisa said, "the last alien ships are leaving the solar system. What are your orders?" Jack thought for a moment. The battle was over. Earth was safe. But this was just the beginning. "Lisa, how many of our ships are still operational?" "All of them, sir. We have some damage, but nothing serious." "Dan, how many alien ships did we capture intact?" "7 ships, sir. Their crews surrendered when they saw what happened to the others." "Perfect. Dr. Carter, I want you to study those ships. Learn everything you can about their technology." "Yes, sir. What are you planning?" Jack smiled. It was not a nice smile. It was the smile of a predator that had tasted blood. "I am planning to return the favor," Jack said. "These aliens came to our home. Now I think it is time we visited theirs." The room was quiet. Everyone understood what Jack meant. The battle for Earth was over, but the war was just beginning. And this time humans would be the ones with the big ships and the scary weapons. The aliens had made a terrible mistake. They had taught humans that there were other worlds to conquer. 6 months after the battle for Earth, Admiral Jack Morrison stood on the bridge of the HMS Retribution. It was the first human ship built with alien technology. It was twice as big as any ship humans had ever made before. "Admiral," said Captain Ryan Walsh, "we are approaching the Kepler system, the planet where the Zephyrians showed us those pictures." Jack nodded. For 6 months, human engineers had been studying the captured alien ships. They learned how to build faster engines and stronger hulls, but they kept human weapons. Nuclear, torpedoes, and railguns were still the best way to break things. "Any sign of alien ships?" Jack asked. "No, sir. The system appears to be empty of military vessels." Dr. Alan Carter was also on the bridge. He had been studying alien culture and language. "Admiral, I am picking up signals from the planet. The people down there are trying to contact us." "What are they saying?" "They are asking if we are Zephyrians. They sound afraid." Jack felt sad. These people had been conquered and controlled for years. They were afraid of any ship that came from space. "Alan, send them a message. Tell them we are humans from Earth. Tell them we are here to help." "Yes, sir." Ambassador Helen Brooks was also part of the mission. She was going to help set up new governments on the freed planets. "Admiral," Helen said, "we are getting responses from multiple cities on the planet. They want to know if we really defeated the Zephyrians." "What should we tell them?" Helen smiled. "I think we should show them." On the main screen they could see the planet below. It was beautiful, with green oceans and red continents. But there were also Zephyrian buildings, crystal towers that looked cold and empty. "Captain Walsh, target one of the empty Zephyrian administration buildings." "Yes, sir." Railguns locked on target. "Fire." The railgun round streaked down from space. It hit the crystal building and shattered it into a million pieces. The beautiful alien architecture turned into dust and rubble. "Sir," Alan said, "the people on the planet are celebrating. They are dancing in the streets." Jack felt good. This was why they had come. Not to conquer, but to free people from conquest. "Helen, prepare a landing party. Let us go down and meet these people." 2 hours later, Jack was standing in the main square of the planet's largest city. Thousands of aliens surrounded him. But these aliens were different from the Zephyrians. They had brown skin and 4 arms. Their eyes were green and kind. An old alien stepped forward. He was wearing simple clothes and looked very tired. "I am Elder Thakmar," the alien said in broken English. "We learned your language from captured Zephyrian computers. Are you really the humans who defeated the Empire?" "Yes," Jack said. "We are." Thakmar fell to his knees. Then all the other aliens did the same thing. "Please," Jack said, "stand up. You do not need to kneel to us." "But you are our liberators," Thakmar said. "You did what we could never do. You fought the Empire and won." Jack helped the old alien to his feet. "We fought them because they threatened our home just like they threatened yours. Will you stay? Will you protect us when they come back?" Jack looked around at all the faces watching him. These people had lived in fear for so long. They needed hope. "We will do something better," Jack said. "We will teach you to protect yourselves." Over the next few weeks, human ships visited 47 different planets, all the worlds that the Zephyrians had conquered. On each world, they destroyed the alien control centers and helped the people set up their own governments again. But the most important thing happened on Earth. Commander Rick Davis was monitoring space communications from Luna Base. He had been listening to alien radio signals for months. "Admiral Morrison," Rick said into his microphone, "you need to hear this." Jack was on the bridge of his ship, but he could hear Rick's transmission clearly. "What is it, Rick?" "Sir, the Zephyrian Empire is falling apart. 12 different species have declared independence. They are fighting their own wars of liberation." Jack smiled. "And the Zephyrians?" "They are trying to hold their empire together, but they do not have enough ships. They lost too many in the battle with us." Dr. Carter was also listening. "Admiral, I have been analyzing their communications. The Zephyrians are afraid to attack any of the rebel planets." "Why?" "Because they think humans might be helping them. They are afraid that every planet might have human weapons now." Jack laughed. The aliens were defeating themselves with their own fear. "Sir," Rick continued, "there is something else. The Galactic Council wants to meet with you." "The Galactic Council?" "Yes, sir. Apparently it is a group of the oldest and most powerful species in the galaxy. They want to discuss the human situation." Jack thought about this. A Galactic Council sounded important, and probably dangerous. Where do they want to meet? "A neutral space station near the center of the galaxy. How many humans are they expecting?" "Just you, sir. They want to meet the leader of the species that destroyed the Zephyrian fleet." Jack made his decision. "Tell them I will come, but I will bring my own ship and my own security." "Yes, sir." 3 weeks later, Jack arrived at the space station. It was huge, made from materials he had never seen before. His ship looked very small next to it. The meeting room was enormous. Around a circular table sat 12 different aliens. Some looked like giant insects. Others looked like walking trees. One looked like a floating cloud of gas. They all stared at Jack as he walked in. "I am Admiral Jack Morrison of Earth," Jack said. "You wanted to talk?" The largest alien spoke first. It looked like a dragon made of rock. "I am Overlord Kresh of the Titan Consortium," it said. "We have called this meeting because you have disrupted the galactic order." "How?" "By destroying the Zephyrian fleet, by freeing their conquered worlds, by causing chaos throughout the Empire." Jack sat down in the chair they had provided for him. It was too big, but he did not care. "The Zephyrians attacked my home," Jack said. "They threatened to enslave my people. We defended ourselves. Another alien spoke. This one looked like a giant butterfly. "We understand your actions," it said. "But now the galaxy is unstable. The Zephyrian Empire maintained peace for thousands of years." "Peace?" Jack asked. "You call slavery peace?" "Order," said the rock dragon. "The Zephyrians provided order." Jack looked around the table at all the alien faces. They were all watching him carefully. "Let me tell you something about humans," Jack said. "We do not like order that comes from fear. We do not like peace that comes from slavery." "Then what do you want?" asked the butterfly alien. Jack stood up. "We want freedom, for ourselves and for anyone else who wants it. And we are willing to fight for it." The aliens whispered to each other in languages Jack could not understand. Finally, the rock dragon spoke again. "What if we offered you a place on this council? You could help us maintain galactic stability. With humans as enforcers instead of Zephyrians?" "Yes." Jack shook his head. "No, thank you. We did not fight to become the new galactic empire. We fought to stay free." "Then what will you do now?" Jack smiled. "We will go home. We will help the freed planets rebuild, and if anyone tries to enslave them again, we will stop them." "Even if that someone is us?" asked the butterfly. "Especially if that someone is you?" The room was very quiet. Jack could feel the tension in the air. "You realize," said the rock dragon, "that you have made the galaxy a much more dangerous place." "No," Jack said. "We made it a much more free place. There is a difference." Jack turned and walked toward the door. As he reached it, he stopped and looked back. "One more thing," he said. "Earth is always willing to talk, but we are also always ready to fight. Remember that." Jack left the space station and flew back to Earth. Behind him, the Galactic Council was probably planning how to deal with the human problem, but Jack was not worried. Humans had defeated the mighty Zephyrian Empire with inferior technology and superior tactics. If the Galactic Council wanted a fight, they would get one, and Jack had a feeling that humanity would win again. After all, humans were very good at fighting. They had been practicing for thousands of years. Now they just had a bigger playground.